Hi everyone, Kamal here with the latest market update for February. I want to get through this real quickly because there's a lot that has happened since my last market update, and I want to actually focus on that more because it is going to be significant. It's going to be important for you, the buyers, and for you, the sellers that are hoping to be active in the market this year. Okay, so let's look at the numbers quickly and then move on to the other pressing matters. So February 2020, the average sales price in Mississauga came in at $887,218. You compare that to February 2019, the year before, average sales price in Mississauga went up by 24%. That's a crazy high number. Okay, it's almost obscene, but that's the data. All right, and the reason for that is, I've been saying all along, is because of low inventory. If you look at active listings, February 2020 compared to the year before, the total number of active listings dropped by 27%, and because of that, price went up as much as it did. Okay, so that's the data. Now, what I really want to focus on is what's happening today and going forward. Okay, because this is one of those periods in time where things are very fluid. There's a lot of panic in the market. So let's address this because this has real impact for buyers and sellers going forward. Okay, as I mentioned, a lot has happened since my last market update. About 2.5 weeks ago, the federal government announced that they will be reducing the stress tests for mortgages as of April 6th. So those that didn't qualify for mortgages or borderline, you potentially can qualify for mortgage coming into the real estate market. For those of you that were already qualified for mortgage, you're probably going to qualify for more mortgage now because of this. All right. Another thing that happened Wednesday of last week, the Bank of Canada announced that they are dropping the interest rate by 50 basis points, which is significant. And of course, that is because of the coronavirus that's going on. And that's what I wanted to get to, is the panic that we're living through right now because of the coronavirus. Okay, the hope and the wish of trying to contain the coronavirus just to China and to Hong Kong and some Asian countries obviously has not worked. You know, Italy, Iran, here even in Canada, we've got, I believe in Ontario, about 34 cases now. So obviously the spread is going on. Now, I believe ultimately that we will not go into a recession. Okay, I believe the global economy is going to get beaten up, going to get battered, but we're going to come out on the other end without tipping into a recession. Okay, the reason for that is I believe the central banks around the world, I believe the governments around the world will act in coordination to give the economy enough of a stimulus when it needs it for the economy to continue going on. You have to remember, globally, the economies around the world were very strong before the coronavirus happened. Having said that, also, if you look at interest rate, the bank for the Federal Reserve, they still have room to reduce interest rate if they need to. The EU has not announced any stimulus packages or reduction in interest rates there. China, where the epicenter of all this, they have not come up with any stimulus packages as well as of today. So there's still a lot of room for governments and for central banks to act on this. So my thought on this is that we're going to live through this panic, but ultimately we're going to come out okay on the other end. Okay, so now let's talk about what all this means for buyers and sellers. For buyers, okay, I've already spoken to a number of my buyers that are hoping to buy this year. There's a window of opportunity coming up in the next 30 to 60, maybe even the 90 days, because this is the first wave of the panic, the first wave of people being afraid of going out and all that because the spread is now beyond China's borders. Okay, we still haven't seen any negative economic data yet because up to now, all the data has been before the coronavirus spread. So the first wave of economic data that's going to be impacted by coronaviruses are also going to be coming out soon. Okay, so we're going into the next 30, 60, 90 days of a lot of panic. Like I said again, ultimately, I think we're going to get by, but we're going to have to live through this panic. So for you buyers, you are going to face a market, a real estate market, where things are going to be soft. And what I mean by soft, I don't mean prices dropping. I think price probably going to stay flat. What I mean by soft is you're not going to face a lot of competition. Okay, because up to now, a lot of the transactions we're saying is all multiple offers, multiple offers. I believe because of this panic, there's going to be a bunch of buyers that's going to sit on the fence and wait because they're not sure what to do. I want you buyers to start taking advantage of this because you have to understand, ultimately 5-6 months from now, when things have settled down and everybody's a little bit more comfortable, a lot of buyers are going to come back to the market. Not only that, because of the reduction in stress test and because of the reduction in the lending rate from the Bank of Canada, you now have a lot more buyers that qualify for mortgages. So don't wait till 5-6 months from now when things are more settled, because you're going to be facing a lot more competition. Because remember, supply has been limited and that supply is unlikely to increase anytime soon. So when things are slow and other buyers are not active, you buyers have to get active to take advantage of this. For the sellers, flip side of this, 5-6 months down the road, I believe the panic, once it settled down, you're going to be in a good position again, because you're not only going to be facing the current buyers that have not bought, but those new buyers that suddenly qualify, they're also coming on to it. So I suspect, 5-6 months down the road, we're going to be going back to a lot more of the multiple offer situation again. But in the immediate future, for the buyers, like I said, take advantage of it. When there's fear in the market and you're the only few that is active, you can get out of this better. Okay, so with that, I want to thank you very much for your time. And as always, if you or someone you know is looking for an experienced real estate agent, please give me a call and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you very much for your time. Take care.